We admitted 73-year-old female patient last September. In the afternoon, Saturday was the day, due to acute myocardial infarction with ST segment elevation with inferolateral localization in cardiogenic shock. Urgent coronary angiography was performed using transradial approach while the patient was sedated and assist ventilation and pharmacological circulatory support. Coronary angiogram showed right coronary artery without any significant angiography lesion. Left coronary artery shows circumflex artery is the infarct-related artery with carpet lesion on bifurcation and one lesion on the distal marginal branch, and LAD also had a significant lesion. Medina classification of the bifurcation lesion circumflex was 111. Primary PCI was performed using guiding catheter EBU 3.5. Two cyan blue guide wires we used. One of them we used as a body wire. Plan was that first we stented distal lesion of marginal branch, and after that we treated bifurcation lesion of circumflex artery. We implanted direct stent, drug-eluting stent 3.0, 60 mm on the distal marginal branch, but during that implantation, ventricular fibrillation was occurred and stent moved and the geographical miss was happened. Because of that, we decided to implant another stent from circumflex artery to marginal branch, overlapping prior stent. As you notice this lower image carefully, you can see loop guide wire which went above overlapping stent. In that time, we didn't notice that. We continue intervention, performing POT, and after that we plan to perform KISS with the circumflex artery. But when we trying to rewiring, we pulled the wire and noticed that wire was trapped. During pull the wire, we pulled the stent proximally and deformated, and nightmare was started again. Acute thrombosis of marginal branch occurred beneath the pulled stent. After several attempts, finally we managed to recross the occlusion with the pilot 50 guide wire, and after several balloon dilatation, we restored TB3 blood flow. But there is no end our problem. It's question how to extract the jailed wire. We used low profile balloon, but did not manage. Finally, we used microcatheter fine crossed, which was positioned on the tip of the jail guide wire, and using great force, finally we managed to extract jailed wire. After that, we implanted stent distal marginal branch 3.12 millimeter and treated bifurcation lesion using TAP technique on circumflex arteries, and this is optimal result on the circumflex artery. Because patient was in cardiogenic shock, we decided to perform complete revascularization and implanted one direct stent on LAD. 9 days after that, we performed control angio, and as you can see haziness on the circumflex artery on the bifurcation. We decided to perform OCT imaging, and OCT revealed collapsed prior stent, which pulled in that segment with subsequent thrombosis. OCT guided PCI was continued, and we implanted another stent from circumflex to distal marginal branch 3.5 26 millimeter using KISS with circumflex and final POT with good angiography finally result, as you can see. Also OCT showed good results, good stent position and carina formation. What is the key facts or take-home message from this case? When you see that radiopaque part of the guide wire is inside the stent, always think about possible that of loop of guide wire. In that case, use angio from another view. Use low profile balloon or microcatheter to extract jade loop wire. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, and thank you for keeping to time. Can we get the lights back on, please? Nice to be able to see each other as we speak. Is it possible to get the lights back on?
Yeah, I was trying to fix it.
Oh, right. It's a mistake.
Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
It's not the plan.
I thought it was so that we could see the images better.
Maybe first, like to speak or ask a question should have just stand while they are speaking.
Okay, so there's a roving microphone. If anybody has any questions, then our usher will bring a thing. Can I just, thanks for the case and thanks for keeping to time. Just to start out with, in terms of your step by step, do you routinely use a buddy wire?
No, no. We tried to cross in the circumflex in the first, but we didn't manage. Because of that, use cyan blue, two cyan blue.
Okay, so
First, we didn't attempt to cross the circumflex to protect and for reconfiguration lesion. After that, we managed. No.
What do you think about using of OCT immediately, not 9 days? I know I heard that patient was in cardiogenic shock, but in one similar situation, I use OCT immediately and I saw that half of stent was expanded and another half is not expanded, and it made me the rest of the procedure easily.
Yes, that's good things. But as you told, the patient was in cardiogenic shock, and we restored free blood flow and want to finish intervention fast as is possible. But that intervention lasts 4 hours, and the patient get a huge amount of contrast because we didn't perform OCT in that case. And because we perform angio after that, control angio to see what that.
okay. And then I missed it. Once you recognized that the jail stent you couldn't pull, what were the various steps you took before you took the microcatheter down? Can you just walk us through the various steps?
Well, we use low profile balloon and dilated on the low atmosphere. We'll use the 1.25 low profile balloon, but didn't manage to extract wire. But after that, we put the microcatheter.
Do you have any questions? Any questions or comments from the floor? Has anybody experienced something similar with this side branch wire? I suppose this isn't really the side branch, it's the buddy wire getting stuck. And anybody experience anything similar? And offer some solutions?
Thank you for sharing the case. It's actually a beautiful learning case that whenever you see a looped wire coming back with the radio opaque, which is about 3 centimeters, even if you don't recognize where it is, it's really good to take more than one orthogonal view and see where you are before you deploy the stand. So you probably could have avoided. I know it's not an easy thing, but it's a good learning experience. So thank you for sharing it.
Yeah.
What about pulling a buddy once you are pushing the stent?
But
You already had reached the stent has already reached. Could you have already pulled the buddy before you deployed the stent?
yes, before.
Okay, there's another question over here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, so it was not very clear. So you jailed the opacified part of the wire, right? So you made a big loop, and when you put the second stent,
Yes.
you jailed the opacified part of the wire. So that probably was very difficult to pull it back.
One wire we pulled before we planted stand, and then one wire we left.
Yeah, but actually, what did you jail with the second
Yes.
stent? So
Yes.
did you jail the tip of the wire, so the opacified part of the wire? Because
We gel the tip with tip.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Just to follow up on this, I'm trying to teach myself what you did. So the body wire was pulled out,
Pulled
right?
and
Right? Am
Yes.
I correct? So,
Yes.
so you pulled the it's not the wire behind the stent.
Yes.
It's the wire which you deployed the stent
Yes.
on, which was looped.
yes,
behind,
that wire is low.
and you did not
Yes.
realize that
Yes.
the radio
Yes.
opaque part is sitting
Yes.
under the stent,
Yes.
which you already
Yes.
inflated. Am I correct? Is that
Yes. But wire was pulled before we deployed, but not be deployed on stand. And
Thanks for clarifying that.
Sorry. I think we should learn from this case that we should always, if we use a body wire, remove it when the stent is in the place. Yeah, I mean, we use the second wire for side consciousness, it's fine, but if we just use a body wire to facilitate the stenting, and the stent, it's in this place before deployment, remove the body wire, and if you need another stent, put again another body wire, so to avoid these problems.
One question, please. When you use body wire, usually what are we doing? Do we use the identical wire as the first one, or you change the type of wire?
Well, usually we change. As you the body wire, have one support wire and one usually wire.
Because
but-
you mentioned that you use two cyan blue
Yes,
wires.
I told you because I try first to cross to the circumflex with one wire and use another cyan for marginal branch. But in first I didn't manage to cross the circumflex, and I decided why not use as a body wire another cyan.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. I think there was a
Thank
lot
you.
to learn from that very interesting case. The learning points have been highlighted. One is the issue about the body wire and being careful with it. The second is I think there were some clues up front that there might be trouble related to the loop. The third, I agree that even though you may have, the contrasts were an issue, perhaps earlier use of the OCT may have been helpful in anticipating that there would be that much stent deformity, because she was lucky 9 days later there could have been a lot that had gone wrong in that 9 days. So I think that might have been something to help the patient a little bit better. But thanks.